At two different New Mexico high school sports competitions this year, officials ordered athletes to stop speaking Spanish.
But the leader of a Latino advocacy group charged today that it did not only happen at those events. He claims it has been happening a lot, and he is demanding that it stop. News 13's Crystal Gutierrez has more on that from the Newsplex. Crystal?
Yeah, Dick, LULAC officials say they are considering suing not only the officials of the games, but also the group that hires them.
Penalty, so he'll go down love 15 on the serve because of apparently his language afterwards.
A penalty for speaking Spanish at a state championship tennis match has garnered plenty of attention, including the attention of LULAC, a national advocacy group that fights for Latino rights.
We've had a lot of phone calls and of issues of this thing happening again and again. It's happened in Las Cruces a few times, it's happened in Almagoro a few times, it's happened in Albuquerque, and even in northern New Mexico.
Ralph Arianes, director of New Mexico LULAC, says he's now heard of at least 6 separate incidents, one during a football game.
It's just that players on one team were communicating in Spanish, and the referee interceded and said, no, you cannot speak, Spanish here.
A similar allegation at a Gadsden High baseball game. Witnesses said the threatened to eject players or even coaches who didn't speak English during the game. Now LULAC is calling a timeout, saying what the officials are doing is more than a penalty. They're violating civil rights.
These officials will be held personally liable, as well as the entity that hired them.
Including the New Mexico Activities Association, which oversees high school sports. The NMAA said the official in this month's tennis match was abiding by a U.S. Tennis Association rule, stating players cannot use languages not understood by the official. The NMAA will no longer recognize the language rule. Still, LULAC says a lawsuit might be necessary.
Absolutely, it's definitely on the table. But we will definitely write to the Tennis Association and to the New Mexico Activities Association that we're not going to tolerate this kind of behavior from officials.
Now, LULAC says it will wait for a response from the NMAA and U.S. Tennis Association before taking any legal action, and then determine which cases they could present in court. Back to you.
All right, Crystal, LULAC says the problem is statewide, but it also says they're hearing more and more cases coming from the southern part of New Mexico.